Hello everybody. Okay, here I got not all my tools, but the necessary tools for the Kove 450 rally, and I will give you my suggestions. Okay, here these are the tools that are included with the bike. Uh, Honestly, out of this, I would save only this Allen key because it's useful to dismount to open up the tanks because they are very these are very long and it could be useful. The other useful thing is this plier wrench, but it's pretty flimsy, and I'm going to suggest it to you. That's what I'm going to do, is to substitute this with an Ipex plier wrench that is much better. But in the meantime, you may use this one. So here, this is what I've got. I've got many more tools, but this is what I'm going to use, or what I'm not going to use. I'll tell you. This is the Enduro double track. Is an extremely useful multi-tool, and because it has various keys, and it's also possible to do an extension here and here as well, so you can reach even difficult parts of the bike, and so this is very useful, and also this is very useful, the fact that all these don't get lost because they have a magnet inside, so they stay in place all the time. So this is highly recommended, the Enduro double track multi-tool. What is also useful by Enduro, they have a lever for the front and rear wheel. So actually should be like this. This is the rear, this is the front. And so it's really extremely compact. And there is even, as you can see here, a rope that can be useful in some particular situations. So this is also by Enduro. So these two tools, it's possible to get them both from the same manufacturer. I normally keep this as well. This is an accessory when you mount tires. I'm not sure I'm going to bring it, and I'll tell you why in a little while. This is, of course, it's a very useful tool because it's in order to remove the valve, the inner valve from your tube or from your tire anyway. So this is normally necessary. So, so what I'm going to put my my glasses on so I can read better. So this is another useful little tool. It's extremely light, and it's a magnet, and it can be useful sometimes to reach a screw that maybe it has fallen inside. But I normally use it when I change oil to remove the one of the filters. With the magnet, it's very easy to pull it out. So this is useful. What I've done here also, I've put all my my keys, and together with the Enduro, I have practically from 6 millimeter up to 13, all of them, and these ones can be used together with the Enduro because they have all the same size. What I've done also, I've added a 17 millimeter, but as you can see here, it's larger. This is necessary if you want to change oil, because the bottom oil cap underneath the motorbike has this size. So this is necessary for the Kove 450 rally. And for this, you will probably need this tool, which is the right size, as you can see. And in order to use all this or some of the Enduro keys, I have also it's possible to reduce it to, I think it's a 1/4 inch size, and so I can put smaller keys here as well, as you can see. And this tool is by an Asahi Asahi tool, and is produced by Rolling Mavericks. So I got this from Rolling Mavericks, and I also got the reducer from 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch, I think, still from Rolling Mavericks. Still from Rolling Mavericks, I got also this tool, and this tool is, I would say, necessary. I bring it every time I go out. It's necessary to change, to lift the bike, because this bike doesn't have a center stand, to lift either the rear wheel or the front wheel in order to change tires. But even if I don't need to change tire, I use it to oil my chain. So so I can lift the rear wheel and easily oil my chain. So this is it's the best stand because it's extremely light, and it's just, I think, 150 grams, something like that. And I keep the other 2 or 3 tools that go with it in a little bag, still by Rolling Mavericks. And I think these small little bags are very useful, because you can, for example, I used, as you can see, this one for all the keys. Still by Rolling Mavericks, I employ these keys, and they go from 8 to 14. It's called the ultimate set. As you can see, there is the super tiny size. It's less than my pinky finger. And they are extremely light. So this is what I bring when I travel, because it doesn't weigh on my tool set. So another, so this is what you can see here. Now this is obviously, probably most of you will recognize, these are levers to change a tire, normally when you replace the inner tube. But these are made by Motion Pro, and they are extremely useful because you can use both of them combined. I'm not sure I'm going to bring these two because I now use a tubeless setup, So I would literally only need this to replace to I don't need to change the inner tube anymore because I use mousse and air, and so I just need a little set like this just to fix a puncture. This is all I need now. Um, what is necessarily still necessary is always to bring cable ties. I've got medium to small size, a medium size cable ties, and I've got also very long, pretty long ones. All these cable ties are normally, I put them on the side of the of my front suspension. That's where I put them, so they are out of the way. Another thing that is missing, actually two things are missing, but are highly suggested, is the duct tape. Okay, instead of bringing the whole roll of duct tape, I normally put it on the side stand. I roll it. I leave one long piece, which I put all around the side stand, and I also cut small pieces so they are already prepared, just in case, still on the side stand. Or you can put them even on your cables, these pieces directly on the cable, so they are already prepared. You can just peel them off and they are prepared. You just have 10 centimeters size. The next and last tool I'm going to bring, which I highly suggest as well, is to bring, I've actually already bought it, but I'm waiting for it, is to bring an exhaust hook for springs. So this is a steel hook that you need to take off the springs of your exhaust. I tried with pliers and they are just too hard. So with this little tool, and very light, so it's easy to carry it, it's easy to take off the springs of your exhaust. And it's just a very simple, just $5, $8 with shipping. You can buy from AliExpress, and that's all you need. So it's all here except the duct tape and this hook for exhaust springs. So don't forget, these two tools, eventually replace this with the Knipex plier wrench. This tool is useful, extremely useful. The Enduro, with all the keys, necessary keys. You can bring a set of Allen keys like I did, like I do. It's here. As I said, I'll bring this because this is longer, as you can see, and it's useful for the tanks. Then a set of gloves, and also a set of tape for you always may need it. And I'm not going to bring this probably, but you definitely need cable ties, and these tools, this tool and this tool by Rolling Mavericks. So this is all is needed. I normally carry it in this bag, which I had it for a while. It's the Klim bag, and it's the only one that I found that you can carry 30 centimeters tools, 30 centimeters long tools, and it cost, I think, about $20, and so that's all is needed. I hope this video was useful to you, and all the best. So please subscribe for more tips, and push the bell for notification.